Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome in. Welcome to your tarot reading. This is the Dream Clairvoyant, also known as the Love Seer. So definitely check out my second channel if you haven't already. I will put the link in the description box. So let's go ahead and take a look at your reading. Holy Spirit, thank you for guiding us. What is the message for someone out there? What is the message for someone out? Oops. There. You have number 1, main male. Number 2, main female. They go together. 42 is the compass. Let's go ahead and clarify the main male. The main male is like the main male, the male protagonist of the story, or the main male character of the story. All right, stork, the magnifying glass, clarify number 1, the scythe. Number 4 is the house. So strong energy here. So yeah, there is a man here. And honestly, oops, I'm sorry, you guys. He indeed carries a very strong energy. Like, I'm feeling it through the cards. And I feel like he wants you to know who he is. It could even be that he's been revealing himself to you, or he's about to reveal himself to you after being hidden. But he is the star. He is, the main character here in this story. All eyes on him, all focus on him. In clarity of the main male, you have number 17, the stork. The stork is all about rising to the top, promotions, elevation. So this is a man who I feel is of a high status. So he is in a high place, or he's connected to high places. And he wants you to know who he is. 44 is the magnifying glass. I think he's a bit tired of playing hide and seek with you. Even so, number 10 is the scythe. The scythe represents the truth and clarity. So he's about to make himself clear to you. He's about to make himself seen, known. He's like, yeah, you're going to know who I am, all right. Number 4 is the house. The house is representing a dwelling place. It can represent an actual house, like a residence. The house can even say that you and this man may end up having a family together, okay? Because number 4 can represent a family household. So this is a prominent romantic suitor who wants you to know who he is. Is there anything else? Yeah, even on the back of the deck, you have 24, which is the heart. The heart is all about union and connections. I feel like this man is tired of playing. I feel like the two of you have been playing with each other. There's been some games here, and I think he's done playing. I think he's getting very serious about you. What else should you know about this man? You have bad health. Number 1, main male. Oops. You have number 2, which is the mice. What else should you know about him? 22, the stairway. So there was an interference here. I definitely see you have a counterfeit here. Like, you have a serious romantic suitor who you may even end up settling down with and having a family with this man. Seriously. He wants you. But I also feel like there's a second person involved here. This second person is playing the role of an adversary and has made it very difficult for this man to be with you. I say that because I'm looking here at 31, which is bad health. So the relationship is currently in bad health. It's in a bad condition. Why? Because each time this man has tried to pursue you, and the thing with him is his energy is so strong. He has a big energy. Big energy. He's a very bold man. He's very straightforward. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to go and get it. but he hasn't been able to pursue you the way he wants to pursue you, because there is someone here who's interfering. And how is this person interfering? 23 is the mice. The mice represents a loss, destruction, and devastation. So there's someone here who is absolutely determined to destroy this relationship. They don't want it to even start. They want it to end before it can even start. Whoever this person is, they see a lot of potential between you and this person, and that's like their worst nightmare. They don't want it to happen. And there may even be some other destructive things that this person has been doing. So let's just go ahead and clarify the mice. So there's a lot of like, don't be upset, but this is what I'm seeing. The mice can oftentimes talk about things being stolen, right? Because it represents a loss, destruction, and devastation. If this man has made any efforts in trying to reach out to you, whether it's through phone call, whether it's by a letter, maybe he has tried to leave his contact information, right? Maybe it's some kind of message that he has left you. It's going missing, like a missed call. There's some kind of interference here. There's someone who is destroying whatever he is using to connect with you. So if it's phone calls, if he's been trying to reach you through phone call, whoever this third party is could be purposely missing his phone calls, like blocking him or making sure not to answer it, okay? So if you're one of those people where maybe you're just fancy, maybe you have a secretary, maybe you have a personal assistant, and they're just not telling you that this man is trying to reach you. If this man is trying to, maybe he left his card with someone and said, hey, like, you know, I'm trying to reach so-and-so, could you give her my card, or could you give her this letter? The person is ripping it up. Whoever this third party is, they're ripping it up. And it's kind of weird because the mice, you know, mices are very small. So you won't really notice their destruction until it's like too late, right? Because even if you look at the illustration, you'll see this mouse here pretty much chewing up the apple, the bread. One is even in the teapot. You won't notice because they're so small. You won't notice the damage until it's just too late, right? Until the damage is just so big that you have to notice it, but by then it's too late. So this relationship is slowly being damaged by someone who is gradually sabotaging this connection, but they're doing it so subtly. They're doing it so subtly and so gradually that you wouldn't notice until it's too late. Whoever is doing this, you may be wondering why. Why are they doing this? They don't want you to know that you have other options. They want you to only see them. So this is an individual, this third party, who really is an adversary against this relationship between you and the main male. But this third party only wants you to notice them. They like you. They are also romantically interested in you, but I just don't feel like they are your type. You may have even had an oversight. You may have overlooked this person where you're not even seeing them as, you know, you're not even seeing them as a love interest. You're not interested in them romantically, or maybe you're not interested in them at all. And that's what kills them, because they don't feel seen by you. They don't feel acknowledged, at least not in a romantic way by you. So 22 represents the stairway, and it represents a choice. This person doesn't want you to know that you have other options in love. You have other choices, that there is another man who is totally your type, who is trying to be with you. So what this third party is trying to do is pretty much, it's competition. They're trying to compete with any other man who shows an interest in you. But it's sabotaging your love life. It is. How are they able to do this? Because this third party is extremely sneaky, right? They show up as the mouse. And again, the mouse, it's very small. You can't even notice it. And so they can chew up your things, you know, chew it up, and you won't notice it until the damage gets really, really bad, like out of control. So be careful, because I see that this third party is very persistent. They will keep on doing this to you and to your love life. Each time someone tries to come and be with you or tries to romantically pursue, this third party is going to try to chase them off and try to interfere. They're very subtle with how they're doing this so that you won't notice, you won't catch them. How are they able to do this? Okay, toil and labor, 38. Toil and labor is pretty much, it's hard labor. It's the kind of work that doesn't bring you any fulfillment, but you just got to do it. Toil and labor can even represent something that's monotonous, repetitive. Toil and labor can also represent like an entry-level kind of job. So for example, whether this is like a sales associate, that's an entry-level sort of job, like a lower-ended kind of job. You know, even if you look at the illustration, these young girls, they're working at the back of the factory. They're probably not even being paid fairly. They're standing up on their feet for long hours. There's a cat, so they're not in the best work condition where animals can just roam around. So this is like some kind of lower-ended kind of job. This third party is able to do this because they have control over a place, okay? They have control over a place. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a place that, wherever this is happening, it's definitely like, I'm trying to see how to describe it. They are going through the workers. The toil and labor is representing the staff members, the employees. So it's like they're bribing the employees, or they're telling the employees to do their dirty work. So where are you? Think about it. Where are you where there are employees, people who are working? It could be in your workplace. If you live at a residence where there are employees, staff members, right? Especially for those of you who are living in an apartment and you have like the leasing staff. That's how this person's able to do it. They are telling the employees to do their dirty work. They're telling the employees to do things that would block this man from pursuing you the way he wants to really pursue you. Like, there is a giant obstacle that's in this man's way. Every time he tries to pursue you, there's a blockage there. Why? Why is this blockage there, right? Because there's no blockage that God cannot remove. So why is he allowing it to be there? Blockages are purposeful, just like how obstacles hold a purpose. When you encounter an obstacle, you have to learn to persevere, to overcome that difficulty and not give up. So why is the 34 occupation? High honor. I see what this is. I see what God is doing. Remember, there's nothing that the enemy can do unless God permits it. So God is permitting the enemy to interfere with this connection big time. But God is very purposeful. He's allowing it because there's a certain characteristic that this man carries. As much as he is probably your dream man, you're interested in him, whatever this is, right? He's captured your heart. He is used to getting things easily. This blockage is in his way. And it's like it's almost like a trial and error kind of game. He's having to try to pursue you over and over and over, almost like it has become a task. It has become an assignment. And it's as if God is saying, look, you're going to work. You're going to work to be with this woman. You're going to work to be with my child. You're not going to get my child easily. Women of God are very precious to God, very, very valuable, more valuable than rubies, right? According to scripture. So if you know that you are a woman of God, a daughter of Christ, God is never going to allow a man to just be with you in whatsoever way he wants to be with you. In order for this man to be with you, he has to go through God first. He has to go through God first in order to get to you. So God is like gatekeeping you in a way. Whoever this adversary is who's causing this kind of trouble, God is permitting them. God is allowing it to happen because it's in accordance to his will, right? This third party who likes you but is kind of creepy, isn't confident in pursuing you, but is very possessive, they're sort of gatekeeping you from this main male here. And in a spiritual sense, that's what God is doing. Like, he's allowing it to happen because he wants that to happen. God is gatekeeping you. He's protecting you. He wants you to wait for the right man. Not to say that this man isn't the right man, but the fact that God isn't allowing the two of you to come together, it's for a reason. Let me tell you why. This man has to work to be with you. He's very used to getting what he wants. He's very used to getting things easily because he is the stork, okay? He showed up as the stork earlier, and he's back out as the stork again for the second time. The stork is representing rising to the top, elevations, promotions. This man is of status, okay? He has power, he has wealth, he has status, or maybe he comes from a high status family. He's affluent. He can buy anything that he wants. He can get any woman that he wants. And clearly, God is seeing something about him that he doesn't like, because hear me out. Only God knows the heart of man. Only God knows the heart of man. You never know the kind of heart that people have, because the heart is hidden. It's inside of the body. As in, you never know a person's true intentions for you. And so I do feel like God may not be happy, and you just got to pray to God about it. Talk to God about it. This is between you and God. I'm just here to help you get some insight. It could be that this man's intentions for you isn't as pure. He has the desire to be with you, to come together with you. The desire is there. He is attracted to you indeed. But what does his heart carry for you? Another thing that I'm seeing about this man is he's passionate, but passion dies. Passion doesn't linger forever. Is he the kind of man who, once he gets what he wants, once he gets a taste of you and he quenches his thirst, will he stay and commit, or will he move on to the next woman? Okay? Will he commit to you? Will he give you his loyalty, his commitment, and his faithfulness? Will he take you seriously? Love is more than just a feeling or an emotion. Love, true love, is a commitment. Okay? The biggest problem that I'm seeing about this man is that life has been very easy for him. He doesn't really have to struggle. He doesn't really have to, work too hard to get what it is that he wants. And one thing with men, and this is just a part of their biology, this is just pure science here, psychology. The harder a man has to work for something, the more he will value it. Okay? So the more he has to work to be with you, the more he will value and cherish you. In a way, you will be his reward, his prize possession, because he actually had to work to be with you. So then once he actually receives you, he will treasure you. He will value you. He will protect you. He will commit. Okay? But if you allow him to be with you too easily, he won't take you as seriously. okay? So the harder a man has to work for something, the more they value it. It's just a part of their psychology. It's just really their biology. It's a part of their evolution, okay? Which is why men are naturally hunters. They are the pursuers. A woman shouldn't be pursuing a man, and a woman shouldn't be making it easy for a man to be with her. That's how men get bored and disinterested. Give him something to do. Put him to work, okay? And so that's why you have 34, occupation, work. God is like, I want to see this man work, because he's had it very easy in life. Looking here at 25, high honor, he's naturally a respected person, and I feel like it's because of his achievements or the family he comes from. People honor him, high honor. You know, people think highly of him. Even the stork is being up high, having a high ranking, a high status, you know. So naturally, whatever it is that he wants to do, people will let him do it. Whatever it is that he asks for, people will give it to him, you know. That respect, that status is already there. But God is saying, not this time around when it comes to his daughter, his child, who is you. God is saying this man needs to do work. He needs to show his commitment. So let God do his thing. You just kind of, you know, sit down and let God do his thing, because God is guarding your heart. But he's also molding and shaping this man into the lover and possibly even the future husband that you do deserve. God wants to see how dedicated this man is about you, because the truth is, if someone doesn't have good intentions for you, they're not going to be willing to do the work. If they don't believe in this connection, they're not going to bother doing the work to be with you. So if he is willing to do this tedious kind of work, because God is, I'm telling you, God is like, yep, I'm about to, yeah. Even in the Bible, there are biblical stories. I forget, who was it? Was it Jacob? It was someone in the Bible who had to wait 7 years before God could allow him to be with the woman that he wanted to be with. 7 years. He had to work in the fields for 7 years. Yeah. And as a man is working for God's approval to date his daughter, that man is also learning very valuable lessons from God as well. That man is being molded, shaped, and transformed into a man of God, you know, for the woman of God. So this is very important. Let me see how he's responding to this main male. How is he responding? Number 1 is the message. Oh, this man adores you. Oh my gosh. Wow. I feel like he got the message. I feel like he knows what God is doing here. Yeah. You have a very powerful father figure. I'm telling you, God is present. God is present in your life. He has made himself known to this man. You have a father who is protecting you. Like, listen, buddy, you want to date my daughter? Prove yourself. Do the work. Improve yourself. Not even prove yourself, but improve yourself. You know, like that protective father who looks out for his daughter? Yeah, that's God. That's what God has been doing, because this man knows, like, he got the message. He knows that he can't be with you until he gets your father's approval. Because what I saw that kind of touched my heart, he's been trying to there's letters, there's some form of communication that he has sent you. This is incredible. Like, he has written letters to you. But these letters are being ripped up, stolen. The mice. The mice represents a loss, destruction, devastation. He has written letters. Oh. Wow. And by God doing this, God is making you look like a valuable woman, a woman of standards, a woman who isn't easy to come together with because you have standards, you have expectations. So God is also making you look like a well-respected woman. You're not easy. But there are letters that he has written you. There's a form of communication here that he has sent you, but it's being stolen or ripped up. He's not allowed to come together with you yet. But there are letters. Number one is messenger. He's tried to sneak some kind of letter to you. Yeah, you're his love interest. Look at you here with the rose. Wow. It's like Romeo and Juliet. But of course, you don't know that. You're the child. The child is innocent-minded, naive, unaware. You don't know it because you haven't received it. He has written you, like for a man to sit there and literally write to you. Wow. Talk about romantic. Talk about romantic, you guys. Wow. Yeah, he's blocked. 21 is the mountain, which literally represents blockages, obstacles. This is incredible. This is like double the confirmation. He's blocked. Blockages, obstacles. And God is the one allowing these obstacles to be there. It's for a reason. The two of you aren't ready. Oh my gosh. He understands, all right. He gets the memo. He understands. He may think that you have some kind of strict father, you know, who's protecting you. But that father is God. Trust me. God is still here with us. He's still present. And I feel like sometimes he even takes on a human form. And so be careful, because one day you may end up stumbling into God and you don't even know that it's him, which is why it's very important to treat everyone with kindness, with respect. I know that his angels are here with us. Yes, angels visit the earth. They take on a human form. And so they may look like a regular person, but they are actually an angel. So sometimes I wonder if his angels do that. Does God do that? I know he'll do it for his child, his daughter. Absolutely. Look what's on the back of the deck. Marriage. There may be a strong potential for you and this man to marry each other. But work needs to be done. Ooh, what was that? 20 is the park. The park is an outdoor place. It could even be a public place where social gatherings occur. Why is the park here? Privileged lady. You are going to cross paths again. You will reunite. Oh, you will reunite. You will. Look, 18. 18 is the dog. The dog is someone who's loyal, committed, honorable in character. God will let you out of the house, right? The first card, or one of the first cards, is the house. For now, God is like, you're going to stay in the house. You're going to stay your butt in the house. You're not going outside of this house to go and meet up with that boy, is what God is saying. He's like, you're grounded, you know. You're not going outside. You're going to stay inside. If this man is willing to be honorable in character, trustworthy and supportive, then you will get to meet him outside of your home. The house is representing a dwelling place between you and God. You are his child. The two of you are a family. This is your household. When it comes to this romantic connection here, God is saying, nope, doesn't have my approval. You're staying inside. Until this man can choose, right, to be honorable, trustworthy, and supportive, you're staying in the house. If he does become like the dog, honorable in character, then I'll let you go outside. You won't have to stay in the house. I'll let you go outside, and I will let you meet him. Number 12 is the privileged lady. That's you. Seems like you dress up really, really nicely, huh? The privileged lady is always finely dressed. She's lavish in the finest jewelry and wears really nice clothes. And look who's on the back. I literally just noticed. The father. The mature man is like the emperor. He's the father. God is present in your life 100%. He is here with you. And he's teaching you things, he's showing you things, and he's making himself very clear. Every time you try to do something and there's a series of obstacles, like never-ending obstacles, blockages that you just can't seem to get out of the way, stop and think to yourself, what is God telling me here? This could be God's way of saying he doesn't approve of what I'm doing. God could be saying, nope, not right now, maybe later. Or he could just be saying, nope, I don't want you to do it. Sometimes blockages can even reroute you in a better direction. Okay? It's like you're trying to open a door, but it won't open. So what are you going to do? Are you going to knock hard? You're going to knock on the door harder? You're going to push it, kick on it? It's still not opening. Give it a rest. Leave that doorknob alone. Give it a rest. You can try again later. Okay, but if that door never opens, it could be God's way of saying you're trying to go through the wrong door. Excuse me. Okay. Number 7 is the snake. The snake is a betrayer. The problem with this man is he's not bad, he's not evil, but he's humanistic. Okay, he's humanistic. And he isn't how he appears to be. So many of you have heard of that saying, you know, not everything is as it appears to be. This is someone who's very handsome, very well put together. I mean, you're like drooling over this man pretty much. But if he doesn't improve in order to be with you, and you end up forcing a connection with him prematurely, he will end up betraying you. Number 7 is the snake, a betrayer. He isn't who he appears to be, because sometimes love can be blinding, where you look at a person, you're so drawn to them, so attracted to them, right? But then they end up disappointing you. So God is guarding your heart. He has a side to him where he can be a snake. That's another humanistic trait, by the way. Many people can be snakes, even you. You can also be a snake. And that's what you're not seeing. God is like, look, you're innocent-minded. You're looking at this man, you know, with a perfect lens. you're naive. It's naivety. The child, excuse me, the child represents naivety. Okay? Not everything is as it appears to be. Not everything that glitters is gold. But here's the thing. He's human. He's only human. But here's the thing. He needs to improve himself, improve his character. You're looking at him like in fantasy world, right? He's the lover, the love of your life. He's your romantic interest. 24 is the heart. Connections, love. Okay? But there's a certain side to him that may end up breaking your heart. Okay? We're going to do part 2. Yeah, breaking your heart and devastating you. Putting you in a state of despair, emotional despair, where you're so heartbroken that life just doesn't even feel the same. You know, heartbreak can kill people. There are people who you guys, who completely changed after their heartbreak. They were never the same again. Some people have become depressed because of heartbreak, completely devastated, like it changed them completely. There are some people who have become sick, medically sick, because of heartbreak. Heartbreak can kill. You see? So what God is doing here is what any father would do. He's protecting you. We're definitely going to do part 2 because we still have to uncover the main female and the compass. Mature woman. Message. Oops. Oh boy. And here is his mother. His mother is here. She shows up as number 6, the mature woman. This is an affluent family. And one thing I know about wealthy families, they have connections. They have a way of knowing things about their children, keeping tabs on their children. His mother knows that he is interested in you. She knows that her son has his eyes on a particular woman. She's been around. She's been snooping around. She's been checking you out. Look, number 8 is false person. She's hidden. She hasn't revealed herself. It's like a masquerade, right? So there's definitely more to this. Oh boy. His mother's energy is very strong as well. My goodness. This is a family like, you ever heard of the saying like old money? Like they have generational wealth. So this is, you know, one heck of a people here. But follow me in part 2. I don't want this reading to be too long. I want it to be short and sweet. So if you're interested in, you know, knowing more, follow me in part 2. I'll put the link to part 2 in the comment section. I will pin it in the comment section. Click on that link. It'll take you to a YouTube video that will then direct you to the exclusive. All right. Thank you guys so very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. See you in part 2.